Welcome to another What If Blaze of Silver has a thing. Well, where I will be drawing a very obscure character of this, or sorry, there goes my microphone. A very obscure character, or in this case, a rendition for another universe, where my own, yeah, Silly Blaze of Silver has his own comics. Well, yeah, the very obscure Mr. V, Mr. Vulture, or the Faceless, which was an yeah, how would I say, one of the main villains of the Martianmanhunter comics when before Final Crisis. Oh, sorry, Crisis of Infinite Earths. So the Earth One version of the Martianmanhunter, the original. Of course, Martianmanhunter, the Blaze of Universe is of course a fusion between a fusion between the Martianmanhunter and the Spectre. Both very powerhousey, to say the least. Of course, the real problem is that the Spectre doesn't really have a real recognizable rogue gallery. There were the criminals that gunned him down. And this is really not one of the better drawings, isn't it? But I really like how the Spectre has only two real rogue gallery characters that I'm aware about. The the criminals that killed the original host, and a gargoyle alien-like creature that came from the stars. The other enemies are from other franchises. I, I see them more as Etrigan or Doctor Fate villains. And of course, the Martian Manhunter is in the same boat, to be honest. And now he looks like a Blue Beetle villain. Okay, but to go with the Martian Manhunter again, yeah, the more the most well-known villain from the Martian Manhunter is his half-brother, known to assaulted his wife before she was killed. I hate it. Uh, a wizard-like character I believe he was only called a wizard, and except for his Earth 1 appearance, he likely didn't return. It's a shame, because multiversal bullshit. Uh, and, yeah, Mr. V, also known as, I wrote it down, or at least I hoped I wrote it down, Mark Xavier. A crime boss, or in this case, an international crime boss named of the Vultures. So mostly you can see that it stands for Vulture, Mr. V. And there's one. I got a second volume of the Martianmanhunter series, so I got the full story. And now the fun part was that the Martianmanhunter thought that Marco Xavier had died. Didn't know that he was masquerading as the boss of the Vulture. And well, by by yeah taking the form of Marco Xavier, the Martianmanhunter outdid himself. Because, well, why take the form of the person you know that really, yeah, died? Or in this case, was an alter ego of the main villain. Of course, the other version I'll be using from the Spectre is Get Benson, which, or in this case, is a boss, but yeah, he really didn't look like much. Yeah, he died a policeman that was the Spectre's alter ego in that time. And what killed, I mean, really killed, he put they tossed him in the river with cement cement blocks on his leg. And then the Spectre uses his power to remove the skin of everyone and revive them again and have them arrested. So yes, I don't know if this Spectre was less merciful or more merciful at the time. But probably less. Because the Spectre these days is known to be killing infidels. And infidels mostly criminals, but yeah. Now we go now with the Blizzard Silver version. Of course, I go for the international boss character, of course, in this case. And a bit of Cobra Commander in it. But in this case, the Cobra Commander that I really liked better. I know it's infidelity. I liked Threat 7 better as Cobra Commander personally. Mostly not Threat 7 himself, but the idea that everyone can be Cobra Commander. If if your identity is a mask, then yeah. So the organization is called Wrapr, and they're known to be wrapping contrabands and so forth. Special material. In this case, and how do I call? No, not Mr. Rap. He's got also the rap, gewoon rap. So I'm not. Should I go for the leader of rap, the rap commander, or the number one? I'm not sure. Big boss or the big rapper? We go for Gap, but in this case Gabriel, Gabriel. What was Magneto's last name? Uh, Xavier. Gabriel Yoke. Of course, in the story, it starts with a chicken's farm, and he gives away his identity, and it is discovered that the organization is hiding in the farm for eggs. To Yoke, when it discovered that the Yoke was his last name. Of course, at the moment there are 5 that came after him, 5 others, because you based if your hero you're combating is based on the specter, your life expectancy is probably not the highest. Now he looks like a foot soldier from Turtles. Ah, pa, pa, pa. Of course, Gabriel Joe probably will be if it was of course a story that will be drawing. It's probably not happening. But the story was running and so forth, and then like a real comic, superhero comic would. Yeah, Gabriel Yoke will probably be returning and probably becoming villains of another superhero. Because Redfall is not. Of course, they wrap things in fireproof things and have the building burned down, and everything is, of course, believed to be destroyed. And they will later sell the real paintings and art pieces to future clients. Yes. I really shouldn't go for purple. Ooh. Hmm. I haven't gone for the idea of how I should call him. Haven't I? I'll actually quicker if I just traced the lines. Of course, it doesn't work now. Oh. Of course, he is also known as the Wrapr when the officer in the yeah when the organization was for a time defunded. Reynolds. Look. Bah. Of course. Oh, my effort undone. Like he's just got the BoS by his underlings. Yes, goes with the very underwhelming color, original color scheme, isn't it? Okay, another one. It's a short one. Like I said, Martianmanhunter. Oh no, it's not like I said, but the Martianmanhunter is mostly yeah, a side character. Although he's likely even more powerful than Superman at times, because he can do what Superman can do, plus more. More, yes, more. Well, I'm done. I'll roll out.